Have you ever asked yourself where your food comes from? How does your food affect you? When you shop, do you shop for price or quality?
In the past 50 years, a few big companies have moved all food supply from small, peaceful farms to large factories. Since 1950, the average chicken is raised and slaughtered in half the time, but weighs twice as much. Meat your meat. The top four beef suppliers, Tyson, Swift, Garlic, and National Beef, control 80% of the global market. What you doesn't know is factory farms put many cows stuck ankle deep in their own nature all day. Unsanitary conditions and a unnatural diet of corn have led to the prevalence of the deadly bacteria E. coli. But farming wasn't the only thing that had been changed. Monsanto, a multinational agricultural biotechnology corporation, developed a genetically modified corn seed. Today, Monsanto supplies 90% of the GE seeds used in the US market. Products like jelly, burgers, aspirin, and fries contain high fructose corn syrup. At least 70% foods contain genetically modified organisms, including the ones listed. GMOs are controversial because the long-term effect they have on the human body is unknown.
On one hand, you have a conventionally grown apple. On the other, you have one that's organic. Both apples are firm, shiny, and red. Both provide vitamins and fiber. Both are free of fat, sodium, and cholesterol. Which should you choose? The word organic refers to the way farmers grow and process agricultural products, such as fruits, vegetables, grains, dairy products, and meat. Organic farming practices are designed to encourage soil and water conservation and reduce population.
Little do people know the effects of fast food and conventionally grown animals have on their bodies. Recent studies link pesticides, residues, and chemical additives like MSG in processed foods and restaurant fare to hormone disruption and obesity. No wonder why 60% of Americans are either overweight. Consider these distressing facts. 1 in 3 children born since the year 2000 will develop diabetes in his or her lifetime. Diet-related obesity, diabetes, and heart disease are now the nation's #1 public health problem, generating an estimate of $150 billion in healthcare costs every year. MSG is a deceptive flavor enhancer that has an extremely sweet taste and is widely used by the restaurant industry to make otherwise bad and unhealthy food taste delicious. Chemically, MSG is the sodium salt of glutamic acid, a naturally occurring non-essential amino acid. Also, fresh produce, particularly imported varieties, may be hydrated in the field or washed during processing with water contaminated. Some fresh produce, particularly imported varieties, may be hydrated in the field or washed during processing with water contaminated with salmonella.
The food industry's standards of nutrition and production are harming our bodies and limiting our options. We're taught not to think about the source of our food or to care about how it's produced. People don't think about the quality of life for the animals, and they don't question the integrity of the ingredients they consume. Our goal is to increase awareness and persuade people to not eat the foods that will harm them or promote animal cruelty. We want people to make healthier choices. Our goal is to get people more involved in their own health and the laws that affect the food they eat. We want people to care about their bodies, care about the lives of the animals they consume, and to take actions to protect both. You can start by avoiding the foods that are harmful to your body and cruel to animals. When demand decreases, companies will respond. You can eat meat and dairy that comes from a local cruelty-free farm. You can Consider buying meat from a butcher rather than a supermarket. That way, you can see part of the process for yourself. Support legislation that would enforce anti-cruelty laws for livestock the same as they do for cute puppies. Avoid large companies like Smithfield and Tyson, which poison animals with antibiotics. Consider going vegetarian or vegan. Look for foods with ingredients you can understand. Support companies that make strides towards safer food, like Campbell's, who agreed to remove harmful chemicals from soup cans, or you can buy eggs that come from cage-free chickens. Sign the petition to ask Congress to pass the Healthy, Sustainable Food Production in the Farm Bill.